Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Intentionally Blank D&D. I'm your DM Kyle, and I'm joined by the lovely players Dakota, Levi, and Paisley.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
Oh.
Hello.
What? Before we begin, does anyone have any announcements?
None here.
That sounded like an announcement.
OMG. A squirrel. Did you guys hear him?
Yeah.
Did he run into the glass?
He ran really hard into the glass. He's
Maybe
like,
you shouldn't
where
feed them."
are the macadamia nuts? OMG, that was really scary. Okay.
Okay.
That was it. Sorry.
Big announcement.
I've been feeding the friends outside, and maybe that was a bad idea.
If only someone would have told you that.
If there was any way to know this was a bad idea.
I would have known immediately. Duh.
But yeah, if there's no other announcements, I'll just get straight into last time. Last time
Yeah.
on D&D. Our group decided that they wanted to go to the Shroud with their newfound information that the Grey Bear Syndicate is looking to semi-hire the group to be their informant about... Sorry, I forgot to change the screen. Cool. They semi-hired the group to be their informant on the Shroud. Getting this information, the group had some rough beginnings with the Grey Bear Syndicate, both in that starting conversation as well as on the way to the den, which is where the Shroud does their operation. They noticed Grey Bear Syndicate members following them. Having this information, the group decided to tell the Shroud about the Grey Bear Syndicate. They were told to keep acting as though they were on the Grey Bear Syndicate side, and they would inform them with any further missions that the Grey Bear Syndicate could, quote-unquote, fool, but they will be pulling strings in the background.
What?
Getting this information, the Shroud deemed it worthy that the group was promoted. The group is now in the mid-tier jobs for the Shroud. These perks come with more pay, but also much more responsibility, and the jobs seem to be given less information. Whereas before they were told what to do and had a specific task, now it seems that the group has to go out and find more information and do a little bit more setup. Upon learning this, the group went out and met their contact at the library, who informed them that they would be stealing something from Catherine, a local merchant.
A nobody, really.
Upon leaving the library, Asher mentioned that she had ties with Catherine, and set out to set up a play of some sorts at his residence. So far, she has talked to the leader of the theater, Grief, and has set up stuff on his end to set up this play, but has yet to talk to Catherine. Blanche and Hoovel, while Asher was doing this, Hoovel was staking out Catherine's mansion from afar, and took note of some guard changes and things like that, while Blanche went around and looked inside some windows. After this, Blanche returned home, while Hoovel was confronted by one of the Grey Bear syndicates, giving somewhat of a quote, fatherly advice, saying he should just stay out of trouble, and left. Back at the house, Asher and Blanche also meet one of the Grey Bear Syndicate, and talk to him, kind of meet equal grounds, at which point he reveals his face, and the party sees an ASMR male dressed in green leathers, or I believe it was chainmail. More mutual trust has been gained from both parties, and the individual left. And I believe that is about where we stopped. Towards the end of the night, Hoovel returned home, but I would like to start slightly before you do. Blanche and Asher, you both, after having an eventful day, you return to your beds and go to sleep. Asher.
Hello.
You know you head to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as you open your eyes, you seem to be in the middle of a forest.
Oh no. Now is not the time.
While
Okay.
strange, you almost feel comforted by your surroundings.
Okay.
You look around and you see vibrant trees of green, some leaves on the ground that are just vibrantly colored of different reds and oranges. And off in the distance you hear the splashing of water and giggling past some brush.
I look down to my belt. Do I have my lyre?
You do. And it appears that you have everything that you would normally have on you.
So to make my presence known, before making any movements, I am like gently strumming on my my read the room lyre.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of plucking it and then following the sounds of like the splashing water.
Okay. So you move through some of the brush and peel back some of the branches in your way. As you approach, you see a familiar clearing with a small pond in the center. Dancing around, you see beautiful people laughing, some having bluish skin tones with hair flowing like water, while others have greenish skin tones with hair curled, forming a brush-like appearance. Facing the pond, opposite side of the pond of you, you see a throne made of branch and decorated with multicolored leaves. Atop you see a beautiful woman, similar greenish skin tone with the green hair, extremely long pointed ears poking out and pointing behind her. She's wearing a dress with a corset made of bark and running down into a skirt of vibrant green leaves. She reaches towards you and says, "Asher, it's been some time since you last visited. I see that you've grown more acquainted with the powers I've given to you. You've brought so much entertainment to us here. Continue to do so. We will be watching."
I with my lyre across my chest, I give a deep bow. I say, "Elwind, it would be my pleasure."
And as you bow and do this, you look back up at her smiling face, almost jovial. And as you look at her, your vision like drastically blurs. And as you blink, almost instinctively, you open your eyes to the early morning light back at the store base.
Is my lyre still across my chest?
You normally have your lyre kind of like leaning up against your bed, and as you wake up, you find it closely grasped against your chest.
Whoa, it's like I was really there. Maybe I was really there.
But as you awaken, you can see across the room Blanche also getting up, and you also see Hoovel seemingly just walking in.
Yeah. If at all my confidence was shaken with the task I have before me, suddenly I am swelling with confidence. After all I have to do is be entertaining. I'm sure I can do something goofy enough to make that happen and make this job happen. Yeah. I
And
pop
on
out
that
of
note, we did promise it. Do you guys want to give a little indication on what level ups you guys did?
Oh yeah. Mine wasn't anything super exciting. I got my 5th level in monk, which allowed me to be more proficient in combat.
I got a whole bunch of stuff. I think
Oh,
I
you
got.
now have a magic tome.
I have a tome. I just ordered.
Your Pact of the Tome.
I got 8 different spells added to my list. I think it was supposed to be 6, but I also forgot to add spells last level up, so that was my bad. But yeah.
Nice.
Hey, who keeps putting me right side up?
I do, because you're walking around.
It looked fun.
And then Hoovel.
Yeah, I got my 3rd ranger level, so I'm a Gloomstalker.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And Hoovel, as you walk in, I'd like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well, that's not good.
Oh!
Yeah, you're totally fine. You walk in, somewhat dreary from staying up the night, and you kind of rub your eyes, and some of like the like sand in your eyes falls out, and you blink your eyes, seemingly rejuvenated and ready for the next day.
Your friends. The power of friendship.
So just note, whenever you stay up for the night and don't sleep, it's a con 10 save for the first night, and then every continuous night that you stay up, it adds 5 to that.
Cool. And I guess I'm gonna walk in, see Asher, pull out my wait, no, is that it? Yeah, and pull out my notebook that I've been using, all of the like notes about the guard changes and shit, and throw it at her, and hop up on the bed and go to sleep.
Okay.
I look down at this journal quizzically. Still kind of like confused and endeared with what happened just moments ago. I go over to Blanche. Did I ask for this? What did I have him do again? Whispering to him.
He was keeping watch, so that might be watch notes from.
What? Yeah. I give them to him. Here you go.
And I start flipping through his notes.
Okay. You see like orc woman, and like mark the time that you guys arrived, and you arrived at the same time as him, so you recognize that. And then you can see he marks it like just at sunset, shift change, male, dwarf, and like gives a description of each of them. You can kind of see just like a general there's a day-night shift with
Yeah.
the guards. You also see notes about a somewhat more meager-looking man coming in and out of the house every now and then to go from the small house next to it, or the small building next to the house, and then going back into the house, seemingly retrieving supplies.
Okay.
And then I would say the last notes that he would have taken is Catherine showing up around 5 o'clock. So not sunset yet, but just about. He rolled very well in his perception and saw a golden sword at his side, and that immediately catches your eye in the notes. He was accompanied by 2 halfling guards as well.
Okay. Why did he have it out with...
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
Perhaps it's his weapon of choice? I have never known him to carry it, but the only time I've seen Catherine is attending a play, so maybe he wouldn't have it for such an outing? This would make acquiring it a little bit more difficult. We need to ensure that we can get him in a position where he doesn't feel the need to keep it at his side. Perhaps if it's at a play, even if at his own house, he would also not have it at his side.
Well, maybe during a play at his own house, he would be more comfortable to not have it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Speaking
Okay.
of which, have you talked to him about that yet?
Nope, that's my mission of the day. Yeah. I'm gonna go do that. Yeah.
As you guys are talking, you hear a knock at the front door. Blanche. To the normal ear, this would just be a knock. You recognize this as a special knock used by the Falcon's Claw.
Okay.
By the what? I'm coming.
And it's at...
when I hear the knock, I just I stand up. I don't do it like abruptly, but I'm just like, I believe that's for me as I walk down the stairs.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. I guess I go back up the stairs then.
And as you open the door, you see Senna knocking at the double doors of the front of the shop. But as you open the door, she turns around and looks at you. Blanche, it's so good to see you.
Senna, how have you been?
Faring well, thank you. How have you been?
Can't complain. Been re-innovating our place.
I can see that. It's terrific. We did talk a little bit before, and she kind of looks around, and then goes...
I open this door.
Okay.
I come inside and I pull a chair around for her.
Okay.
Go around here, grab this chair.
And she sits down. She looks at you and says, yes, well, before you had mentioned somewhat of a place to sell some maybe more hot items. and I was
Of course.
hoping that would apply.
What do you have?
She reaches into her side pouch and opens it up and places down a beautiful necklace, gold chain with articulate engraving patterns on the golden pendant, and a large red garnet inlaid in the center.
Wow. Do I have the privilege of knowing where you got this from?
I believe so. We go back. This was just something I picked off of someone who seemed to be doing well for themselves in the residential district.
All right. Well, give me one moment. I'm gonna go grab one of my partners here. They'll be able to take a look at this and see if there's anything special about it. And then we can get you a starter price now. We may not have enough to pay for the full thing, but
Of course.
I know where we can get this out of your hands. Get some coin into it. And
I would greatly appreciate that.
one moment, please. I go upstairs and I grab Asher.
Okay.
And I bring Asher downstairs.
Yeah, Paisley, you're muted.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I allowed him to answer the door alone since he said it was for him. So I didn't know if it was like something private.
As I bring Asher in, I go, Asher, this is one of my old friends, Senna. Senna, this is Asher.
Oh, a pleasure to meet you. And like kind of stands up on the chair so she can reach over the counter. You can see she is a very small person.
I bend over the counter to meet her, extending my hand for a shake.
Nice.
Hello.
Asher.
As you reach out, you feel her kind of like brush up against your arm as she leaves, and it feels like she was may have been trying to pick off maybe a bracelet.
It's like, oh.
But
Well met.
you notice that she wasn't able to get anything.
Yeah, I continue as if I didn't sense this at all.
Okay.
Asher, Senna has brought us an item here that I'd like you to take a look at, maybe to see if you can identify anything about it.
Oh, that's right. I have identify. I always forget. Okay, I'm gonna use it.
And you can actually cast it as a ritual now.
Ooh. I take some time then to cast it.
Okay.
While she's casting it, I'm just going to be chatting with Senna.
Okay. So she kind of like sits there and looks around. She says, "Well, Blanche, you seem to be doing very well for yourself. This is a high-end establishment."
I can assure you it's cost us very little.
She looks at you and gives you a warm smile and says, "I'm sure you can figure anything out."
Well, if once we get this place up and running, we might need a hand, either filling the shelves or emptying them.
Interesting. Are you looking for people to employ?
Not just yet, but once we get this place fully set up, that is the idea. Can't keep my busy hands here all day.
Of course. And you know my specialties as well, so anything I can do to help with that.
That I do.
So while you guys are talking, Asher, you take, I believe it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
To finish the identify spell. While technically not how the spell works, I use it for NPCs, so I allow you guys to do it as well. Normally, it only covers
Magical properties.
or magical spells on people. But as you finish the ritual, you can tell that this is not magical, but it is very costly. Altogether, this would probably sell in the market for 250 gold.
Oh,
Okay, and then
I lean in and share this with Blanche.
okay.
Yeah. No magic. Definitely a good-looking piece, though.
Okay. Looking at this, I'm like, so our people will be able to take this off of your hands for you. And it's just how much are they willing to pay?
Oh, well, of course, take your time. I know you're good for it. Should I just come back at a later time then?
Well, how much are you looking to get for it? Maybe that can give me a little bit of a number to shoot for.
Oh, well, as you have known, I don't particularly run with high costing items as this. Normally just smaller things. It just really spoke to me.
As it should. It's a beautiful piece.
Yes. I have no idea. And I was hoping you would know a little bit better than me, being a store owner and all.
I kind of take a good look at the piece. I'm like, a starting price. I'm like looking at it as if I can appraise the value of its jewels and whatnot, despite not actually having that ability whatsoever. I'm like, we could give you maybe I whisper to Blanche, I'm like, what about 25 gold?
She's a friend.
50?
We can give you 60 gold right now.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. She looks at you, wide-eyed, and clasps her hands and says, "Oh, that would be wonderful. If it's really worth that much, I don't want you giving me the friends and family discount."
And I'm pretty upfront with her. I'm like, this is worth more than that, but the people we will sell it to won't give us the full price for it. This is a way for us to both end with a little bit of coin in our pocket.
Oh, well, that works out perfectly then.
And then I go back. I go back into here. Go into our treasury. I pull out 60 gold. Put it in a pouch.
Okay.
Come out and hand her the pouch.
All right. While you're back there, she looks to you, Asher, and says, so how do you know Blanche?
We were students together. Yeah. He wasn't my original, student group, but he kind of ventured in when my good friend, one of my good friends, I'm not actually going to say the name, but ventured out of our adventuring party. Yeah, so we took some classes together and discovered we have a similar interest, that being gold.
She laughs at that and says, well, that's just beautiful. And at this point, Blanche, you come back into the room, seeing her kind of just laughing.
I can see you two are hitting it off. As I say that as I place the pouch on the counter.
Yes, she's a doll, and takes the pouch and puts it into hers.
Yeah.
And says, well, I won't take up any more of your time, but, I will be seeing you around, hopefully, if you need my skills at all.
Before I'm like, of course, you're welcome here anytime. I do have a favor to ask of you as well.
Oh, of course.
You may have noticed there's 3 hooligans living behind us.
Ah, yes.
I got them out of a little bit of trouble in the trading district, and I've kind of taken them under my wing. I'm asking if you can do the same.
She looks at you with a devious eye. I think I can work something out.
I've been slowly teaching them how to keep out of the people's eyes, and they already had a knack of acquiring goods that weren't theirs.
Interesting. Blanche, are you so far out of the game you've decided to teach rather than be a player?
And this is where my issues lie. I can't do both.
Yeah.
And I'd much rather still be a player.
Of course. Yes, I believe I can show him a few things.
I think they remind me of us when we were living here.
Yes, I see that as well.
Don't be too harsh on them, and stop by whenever you need.
I will. And she kind of like does like a small curtsy, even though she's not wearing like any like dress or anything. It's kind of just almost more of a bow, and then takes her leave.
Ooh. A beautiful piece we've acquired. I was like, sorry to lowball. I don't know nothing.
No, that's absolutely fine. She probably would have taken it for the 25.
Yeah. I give a shrug. I'm not actually very proficient in jewels, but this is a good-looking piece. I bet we're gonna get some good money out of it. Yeah. Are you thinking we go to our hooded friends?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
I take a piece of cloth and I wrap up the jewel in it,
Okay.
and then I tuck it away, and we start to get on with our day.
Okay.
Okay.
So are you guys immediately doing anything, or did you want to wait for Hoovel while he's sleeping?
Well, my business I think I must take care of first.
I leave a note for Hoovel.
Okay.
It just says that heading to the Shroud. Asher's heading to. Where are you heading?
To Catherine's home, his manor.
Okay, Asher's heading to Catherine's. We will be back here at some point. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, you see as like the letters.
We
like,
don't have plans to like
Yeah.
meet up.
We'll be back here tonight, crossed out later, crossed out at some point.
I'm like, we'll be back here at noon. Do you think you'll be? No, tonight.
Yeah.
It might not take that long. Some point.
Yeah.
At this
And
point,
then-
his angrily scribbling just like wakes him up. Yeah. I would like to go up to Blanche real quick and slide him some gold. Make it up there. Blanche, I say, swinging the doors open. I would like the pink cheese wheel I gave you and a bottle of wine. I have some gold, I say, shaking my gold pouch. It's heavy.
Take it.
Yay! Okay, I pull it off the shelves.
Okay.
A peace offering for the man who's already shaken my hand with this deal. I give Blanche a wink and then head out.
And then I follow behind her as I'm heading to the shroud.
Okay. Which one of you would like to go first?
Deco.
Okay. I'm gonna use the tunnels since we have free access to the tunnels.
Okay. So the tunnel is the southwest of the district, in the ruined house. Right there.
Yep. I know. I remember where places are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that felt very pointed.
I don't know if it's on the right or the left of the house, though.
It is the left of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you you knock, the door opens slightly, and you can see that it is chained, and then it closes quickly,
It's open in the back.
and then reopens. And inside, you see a hooded, green-skinned, frog-like appearance of a
I like
person.
how these are all the gatekeepers.
Yeah. And as you step in, he kind of
A frog, if you will.
a frog. Yeah. But you see as he's putting back a similar spyglass that you've seen before. Or not spyglass, but magnifying
Do we
glass type
have
thing.
any kind of like marking or way for them to know that we are a part of not only the shroud but like a higher member?
Or do they just know us by face?
You don't, and so far it's been kind of just like, they know.
Okay. I give him a nod as I assume these loose planks here are where I need to go.
He actually points you back, and you would go out the back, and then there's a small cave entrance.
Oh, I didn't notice that this was blocked off. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. And the cave entrance is a little weird, but is it not actually? Oh, you're good. As you go in, it curves down to the right, and it seems kind of just like an open cavern, but in the back you see some supplies, and I guess he would probably follow you in. And he removes a barrel from the back, and beneath that barrel is a hatch. So it's like, it seems like this is way more protected than the other one, which is just inside a house. Probably to keep anyone who just might sneak in from actually.
This is one of the old barrels. I'm going to replace it with a new one.
Okay. But high crime area, people might sneak in now and then, so they have taken
Because
extra
with the
precaution.
New one, we can do that.
Nice. But yeah, I will take you to the den.
All right.
Yeah, as you walk in, you see a familiar guardian of like a plant golem.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, as well as the regular tiefling female guardian, kind of just standing next to this fire, and sees you, waves you in, and goes back to what she was doing.
And then I just head straight over to Gerald.
Okay.
And how much was that worth again?
It is 250 on the market,
Okay.
roughly.
Yeah. Then I come up and take out the cloth wrap, lay it on, and let Gerald know. I had somebody come ask me if I could take this off their hands.
Gerald steps up and he says, "And hello to you too, Blanche. Of course. Let me take a look.
I
And-
slide it across the counter.
Okay, he pulls it kind of in with his tail and unwraps it with his hand. And kind of, oh, interesting. And kind of like looks around. He's inspecting it, but not casting the
Yeah.
spell. And you kind of like hear him muttering under his breath, like, markings, but no family markings. Good. It says, okay. If you'd like. I think I could take this off your hands. How does 100 gold sound?
I know you're undercutting me a little bit there, but I think I can take it.
If you want to, you can haggle.
Yeah, I try. I'm like, see, I know you're gonna sell this for quite a bit more, and I had to pay out of pocket just to get this item myself, and I'd like to recuperate a little bit more of those costs.
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay, persuasion. 15.
All right. He looks at you, points with his tail, and kind of like winks and clicks his tongue. He's like, all right. I like you. I think I can do, let's say, 175.
Ooh.
That sounds a lot better.
Perfect. I'm glad we could come to terms. And reaches out with his good arm.
I shake it.
All right. And after that, he scoops up the medallion, and goes in the back, and then brings back a pouch, hands it to you.
I take it. Then what's today's date?
Today's date is Funfi the 23rd.
23rd.
Yep.
What was the date for the Nightmares people's job that we gave to the?
Oh, let me see. I believe, it was after the 26th, but before the 1st.
Okay. I had it written down on a piece of paper, but
Yeah.
I don't have that piece of paper
Yeah,
anymore.
I have it somewhere, but I believe that's it.
Okay. Okay, then that's irrelevant then. All right. Well then I just I give him a nod and I say, "Well, that'll be all for today. We are still working on our current job. We might be back for another one shortly."
Interesting. Well, there's always missions for you.
Of course. Just got to make sure the rest of the squad is available.
Of course.
And don't want to take on more than we can handle at one time. And with that, I start to head back.
All right. Yeah, and as you head back, you see the kind of upper ranking group. They still rank above you guys, of Team Alpha, with the bare appearance of a person, a what looks to be a sorcerer, and another Frog.
I love the bear guy.
Yeah.
Bear
Too
guy's
close.
so cool.
But they seem to be talking amongst themselves, sharing a drink, but pay no mind to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. I do head back through the tunnels back to the Ash District.
Okay. So while you go do that, Asher, where are you heading?
Straight to Catherine's Manor.
Okay. Are you taking the above ground trail, or are you going through the back entrances?
I guess above ground.
Okay. Then it would be 3 gold, or 3 copper,
Or gold.
not gold. 1, 2, yeah, 3 copper,
Okay. Minusing 3 copper.
and then I will pull you guys to the Galantic district. Do I not have? Oh, there's.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I am just making sure it's daytime. Okay. You arrive in the Galantic district. Everything seems to be as normal as it has been in the Galantic. People are bustling around. People seem to just always be busy in this district. The sun is fairly high overhead, probably just before noontime. Still hasn't reached noon.
Okay. I cut through the crowds. I'm heading just directly to Catherine's Manor.
Okay. Okay. And you remember that his manor is this one. All the way to the east.
Oh, all the way to the east.
And then, as you approach, you see an orcish woman, kind of like leaning up against the side of the house. And as you like turn the corner to go towards Catherine's house, kind of pushes off the wall and steps forward and says, "Hold there. What business do you have?"
Hello there. I say, kind of like shouldering my bottle of wine and pink cheese wheel. I do a little bit of a bow. I'm a friend of Catherine's. I say, approaching her. I'm here to pay my good friend a visit. I would even say it's like a matter of business.
Let me check. Stay here. Don't move.
I give a good nod.
And you see that she disappears into the house.
Quickly, move.
And then a few minutes later, if you want to do anything during that time.
I just kind of like shuffle about, like, ready?
Okay. A few minutes later, the orc lady comes back out, and behind her you see slightly smaller man, fairly thin, but not like bad thin, not like malnourished. Comes
He's just,
out,
like,
yeah, slightly better dressed than the mini, like not regal clothing, but it's definitely like, oh, this is washed, and kind of all the wrinkles are ironed out of it. And as he steps forward, he says, "Ah, hello." You recognize this as the like kind of head butler of the house.
Oh, okay. Hi there. I'm here just to visit Catherine is all. I brought some stuff as a gift.
Ah, well, unfortunately, Catherine is out of the manor. If you'd like me to pass along a message, I can. Or if you'd like to come back later, I believe he will be here. Probably a couple hours before sundown.
Okay, I guess it'll just come back. My message is kind of lengthy, or I'd pass it on to you. Yeah, I was thinking about hosting an event, and I think he'd want to participate.
Well, I will let him know, and he will be expecting you.
Okay, sounds good. A few hours before sundown then. I say, waving and making my way out.
Okay.
Well, dang. Now what am I to do? I came all the way here. Passing these ponds, do I see that they're owned by anyone?
Not particularly. I mean, like, there's no one with a sign saying, I own this pond.
Yeah. I suppose I hop up here and I go fishing.
Okay.
Being that I'm a new fisherman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of chilling for a while?
Yeah. It's in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, like an hour before noon.
Okay. Yeah. I'll start my day just doing some fishing then.
Okay. How long would you like to fish?
3 hours.
All right.
Before I get bored of it and go find Blanche.
Well, yeah. You catch 10 fish during that time.
Oh! Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. And then after that, you're just heading back?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So yeah, you cast out your line, and the sun seems to start getting later in the day, but not particularly at sunset yet. But you pack up your equipment with your newfound 10 fish and head back to the base.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you mind dragging me back there?
Yeah.
Dope.
And I'll say at this point, Hoovel, you can get your full rest. I don't know if it's technically long enough, but we'll just go for it.
Okey-doke.
And then Blanche, were you heading back to the base as well?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you guys reconvene back at home base as Hoovel is now waking up. It didn't seem to take you guys nearly as long as you were thinking.
Hold up my bag of fish. Check it out. I got 10
Fish.
fish. We need a drying rack or something, boys. Yeah. We might need to try and figure out how to do that.
When I get back, I unload that 175 into the guild stash.
Okay.
Sweet. Bad news, guys. Catherine wasn't home. He says the head of the manor, he says he won't be back until a couple hours before sundown, so I've got all day.
Okay. Then what shall we do with the rest of our day?
Well, I already went fishing and that got boring pretty quick, so probably won't do any more of that. If you guys want to help me build some props for the play, we can do that.
That sounds fine.
Yay! Alrighty, come on then, guys. Off to meet Misery. Just kidding. His name's Grief.
Yep. Same difference.
Same diff.
Okay. Are you guys heading through main gates to get there? It is the social district.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll be 2 copper each.
Okay. I pay out 2 copper.
I also pay out 2 copper.
Hoovel?
I also pay 2 copper.
Alright.
Finally making Hoovel pay.
I've been paying. What the hell do you think? What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I keep putting people hidden. Alright. I placed you guys right here.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys approach the Many Sorrows Theater, and you can see it seems to be at a brief intermission right now, but people are kind of like walking around the seats, kind of chatting amongst themselves, not really paying much mind to you guys as you walk by.
Okay. I head into the backstage.
Okay. Inside, you find Grief giving like kind of a pep talk. Definitely low energy Grief here. Just kind of like, all right, guys. So we're halfway through the day. You know, just keep at it.
Great, I say, walking in.
Ah,
Hello.
hello, Asher.
I have bodies here. They'll help us build some props for the upcoming play at Catherine's Manor.
Oh, perfect. Yes, we've been busy, and you can see kind of in the corner. I don't really have any great props for it, but just like in the corner over here, you can see just like random kind of like pull backdrops, kind of what are those, like the room dividers that are like
Oh, yeah.
Like the paper wall.
yeah,
thing.
the paper wall room divider things, but they're kind of like backsplashed with different sceneries that look to be recently painted on, and you can somewhat smell the paint. And then you can see some props like laid aside where it's like just like some detailed to look real armor, like with full plate helmets, all like shiny platinum look to it. But as you like approach and pick it up, it's definitely just like almost wood like material. But fine craftsmanship, but it seems like that's all they have at this point.
This just won't do.
Yeah, we're gonna you got some materials we can use so we can set up some more some more backstage effects?
Oh, yes. You can look in the back room, and we should have some more materials that you all can use. We would greatly appreciate it.
Okay. So I'm gonna have these guys busying themselves with like painting like wood cutouts that look like spiky grass and stuff, and um like background scenery to suit like what it would be behind like a small village, or like in a dungeon, so we can kind of get Jorg on some of his early missions or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys want to spend the rest of your day here, I will have you each roll either a performance or dexterity check.
Performance.
Performance for me.
12.
17.
11 dexterity.
All right.
11.
So Asher, you're kind of helping the other two along, as they seem to be doing all right, but you have some artistic taste that just isn't there with them. They're getting the basics, but you're like, ooh, but it would look better with this. And altogether, you guys craft some fairly nice props to use during this, backdrops that look like backdrops, and
Yeah.
not perfect.
Nailed it.
You couldn't hide behind this and say that this is a dungeon, but it covers the idea. But yeah, you guys prepare this, and as you're working vigorously on this, the rest of the cast are coming in and out, different makeups on, different outfits on. Each show seems to last like 30 minutes. So they're in and out while you guys are working. But eventually you guys do see the orangish colors on the horizon as the sun begins to set.
Perfect. Okay. A job well done, fellas. I'm like, chef's kiss. Look at this stuff. The scene is set. But now I got something to go do. I say, like, wiping paint off of my face and hands. Off to go talk to Catherine.
Yeah, and as you guys leave, Grief is kind of like going up for a next performance, and you can see he already has like his more excited persona on, catching you as you leave, and says, "Ah, Asher, just to reiterate, you said that it was the first of next month that we were doing this performance, correct?"
You got it. That's the day.
Terrific. I believe any full moon is a perfect night for a performance. And kind of like puts his hat on, puts his like scruffs up his collar, and then walks up on stage.
Okay. Now we got a day, so that's good.
Yeah, that was just a week after you said a week, but you didn't give any like solid date.
Fair enough. Okay. With that, off I go.
All right. Blanche and Hoovel, are you following Asher? Or are you guys doing your own thing?
No, I follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
All right. 1 more copper to get into the Galantic.
And done.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Oh, and then it is now afternoon. I'll do that after I pull you guys. Okay. You guys arrive at the mansion. It is still sunset, but more later sunset. Not yet night. And as you approach, you can see the lights are on inside the manor. You still see the same guard up front. And as you three approach, she pushes off the wall, but kind of locks eyes with you. Asher nods and sits back against the wall.
Locks eyes from across the room.
I bring out once more my pink wheel cheese or cheese wheel and bottle of wine.
Okay.
I give a knock at the door.
Okay. You can hear some footsteps inside as the same head butler answers the door.
Again?
Ah, Asher, hello.
Is Catherine home this time?
Yes, the master is expecting you.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, and takes a step back and allows you all to enter. Hoovel, are you joining them inside the house?
Yep. Where's...
Right here.
Oh, there I am. Yeah. Yep. Nope, through the door.
You got this.
Nope.
God, what the... Nope.
No, not up, in.
I know, I'm not going up. It keeps sliding me up.
There you go. Boop. Oh,
There we go, I got it.
No, you aren't. You're not right here.
there you go.
Well, I'm in there.
Okay. Yeah. I take a step in. I'm like, well, all right. Where do we go again?
Inside, your immediate surroundings, you can see like coat racks to your right and a large table to your left. And you see as the head butler kind of bows slightly and says, "And if you could all please put your weapons on this table while you're inside the manor."
I guess I put down my leer.
Okay.
There you go. Boys, weapons here.
I throw back my cloak. Not carrying any weapons.
Oh, okay. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I give him my bow.
Okay.
Okay.
So on the table is now a lyre and bow.
I'm not on the table.
All right.
Though I will try to like get away with keeping my pouch of my quiver of arrows, just
Okay.
because they're
You can't shoot them.
technically,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though they don't know they explode or.
Of course.
People
Yeah. Since I wasn't gonna say anything, sure.
Sweet.
Yeah. He probably would have asked, but I'm not gonna ding you for reminding me. Inside this room as well, you can see multiple things on pedestals. As you walk in, you see they're raised pedestals that go about to shoulder distance, and you see plaques on the front of each of them. On this one, you see a what looks to be like a platinum helmet lined with gold. Across the room, you see a potion kind of swirling with golden sparkles. You see what looks to be a torch, but it has blue flame And what catches all of your eye is right here on this pedestal is a golden sword.
I look at the plaque.
On the plaque it says backlash, and then like in the details section of it says Jorg's old adventuring sword. And it gives like a date of 15 BP.
15 bonus points.
15 before pod.
You guys know it's before Pantheon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now where to? Down the hall?
Yeah, and the butler leads all of you, and says, "This way, please." And as you walk down the hallway, it's a fairly large hallway compared to most houses. 2 doors going either side of the hallway, but they're closed as of right now. Leads you up the stairs, and you can see another door halfway up the stairs. It looks to be a door leading outside, and climbs the rest of the stairs. At the top, you can see a room filled with different sets of paintings. Across this way, you can see 2 large pedestals with what looks to be like a reindeer face. I would say, Asher, you would probably recognize this as the House of Catherine's symbol, as like a reindeer face.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But he continues on. He's not really giving you a tour, he's just leading you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the hallway, you see a door that's kind of adorned with more detail than the rest. And as he opens it, he kind of motions for you guys to step back for a bit, and then kind of like half closes it, not locking you guys out. And then after a minute, opens it back up and says, "The master will see you now."
Oh.
And then let me grab him. I just put him somewhere. Where did I put Catherine? Oh, I put him in the room. Cool. Sitting down at the desk, you can see a behemoth of a man. Goliath, black tattoos across his head. Beautiful red and black robes. Kind of sitting at his table. You can see he's pushed a book to the side. As well as a very nice cloth wrapping strewn across the desk. Here you go, Asher. And he welcomes you and says, Asher. And I don't believe I've had the honor.
He has met me.
Because
I introduced him to Ivy.
Correct.
During the plays.
Okay.
Paisley, you're muted.
I jog his memory. You might remember my friend Blanche. He introduced you to the friendly cat folk. In
yes,
the theater
Blanche.
that day. And then this is my friend Hoovel as well.
Hoovel. It is terrific to meet both of you, again and for the first time.
Yeah. uncork the bottle of wine and pour glasses for all of us. Setting a cheese wheel across with like a small cheese knife. I have come to talk to you about a play that I think you might like, and I need somewhere special to host it. I was wondering if you would be my host.
Oh, Asher, I do love your plays. And I believe we can make arrangements for a personal play, of course. And pulls like a book from his side and places it on the table, and he flips it open. You can see it's like all sorts of dates. Some crossed out, some not. It looks to be not the most well laid out calendar, but somewhat of a calendar. And
I slide the glass, seeing him open up a calendar, I slide the glass over to him, leaning over his large desk. I think the best night for it would be the first of the next month.
roll a persuasion check.
Can I try to help? And going back to when he was saying a full moon would be the perfect night.
Mm-hmm.
What better night to celebrate this? What better night to celebrate this play about the sun god than the night that the moon lights up the land the most?
Okay. I will give you Asher advantage unless Blanche you want to roll separately.
No, she can roll it. She has better.
No. My persuasion is a +9.
So
So
14.
14.
Jesus. All right. He leans back and says, the sun god. And he looks back to you, Asher. Is this true? You're planning on putting a play about Jorg?
Mm-hmm. It is about Jorg, and it's a little bit more of a indie play, if you will. I want to tell in Playwright the song of, or the showing of Jorg as he took on the gods and became a part of the Pantheon, or was he a part of the Pantheon again?
He
ascended
formed
himself.
Yeah, he formed the Pantheon. So there wasn't technically a Pantheon when he overthrew the gods.
Okay.
It was only later known as the Pantheon.
I would like to do the prequel of him ascending.
You can see no insight roll necessary, as he is grinning ear to ear, kind of lost in thought while also still listening to you. And just
I sip from this glass of wine. I'm sure you can see why this would have to be a bit more underground of a performance. Maybe only for select ears or eyes.
Yes, and I believe I know a few people I would like to attend as well, if that's all right.
Of course, I trust your judgment. Invite any who you think they would be willing to pay for a play that's a little bit more under the table. Of course, it will be hosted by Grief himself, so be the casting you're familiar with.
Terrific. Yes, and you can see he flips through his book and crosses out like a few things, and says, I believe that will work.
Excellent. I will begin preparing immediately. Do you have a place in mind? Would it be indoor or outdoor? Just for like scenery purposes.
Well, if it will fit, so we can have it in my banquet hall.
Absolutely perfect. I love this idea.
And he says, allow me to show you so you can get a lay of the land.
Excellent. these guys are going to be helping me with the backdrop, so they could get a good eye for it too.
All right. And as he stands up,
as he starts to stand,
okay.
I'm like, yeah, we've been helping with the backdrops as well as the props. There's one we're having a little bit of issues coming up with the good replica. His sword from his adventuring days. We've tried to look through the books and the scrolls to find a good representation of it so we can get an accurate replica.
Oh, of course.
We're having some issues finding such materials.
I don't believe that will be a problem. I cannot believe Ellis did not show you. I have the Sword of Question downstairs right now.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Kind of like playing off of that. I'm like, yeah, in the odes to Jorg, they describe it as like just a beam of light, and others they describe it as a sword that's 4 foot tall. Some say it's a standard sword. So all of our records are so conflicting. If you have the real thing, that could let us know exactly how to portray it in our story.
Of course.
Of course, we wouldn't want to use the actual sword in our performance. Would there be any way we can create a replica of it?
Yes. Under watch, of course, but...
Of course.
Yes. I would not see any problem with making a replica of sorts.
We have someone that can do this very well. We will talk to him, and we will get back to you, and we will have a meeting and be able to come up with a replica of it, of course, under watch.
It'll be the star of our show, so we want to make sure it looks good.
Amazing. And with that, he kind of continues, and he somewhat lumbers over all of you. You can see he kind of like awkwardly walks, but it seems the ceilings have been heightened specifically for him as he walks out the door. You can see the head butler is in the hallway, but at the end, as to not overhear what you are discussing. And looks over to him and says, yes, Ellis, you can resume your usual duties. And they nod, give a fairly deep bow, and then head down the stairs. And Catherine continues down the stairs as well. He stops at the bottom and says, yes, first I would like to show you the venue, and goes to the doors and pushes them open, heavily creaking against like just the sheer weight of the doors. Inside, you see a beautiful table made out of like a black onyx colored stone, with many tables surrounding it. There's nothing on it right now as there's no one being served, but it could seat plenty of people. And then across the room you can see a slightly raised up stage of sorts. You're muted, Paisley.
Oh, I climb up onto the stage and give a good twirl. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and you can tell it's a raised up stage, and it's hardened, but it is slightly cushioned, similar to like if you've ever been to like a gymnastics area where they have like that like slightly bouncy floor.
It's kind of like padding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoa. We can definitely work with this. It's such a good looking location. Love it. Okay.
I like stand back here and I pretend like I'm like picturing scenery and I'm like, and this could go here,
Mm-hmm.
and this could go here.
Yeah, and
Meanwhile, I'm doing like the pacing to be like, so how many like feet long and then wide is it?
okay.
To try and like get a good idea for like lengthwise or the dimensions we're working with.
Right. And while you guys are doing this, Catherine is kind of like going off on a rant, like, yes, and this stage is made of only the finest materials that I've gotten from my partners in trade. And motions over back to the table and says, and only the finest of materials for my table as well. And just goes off on like how, amazing his
How
stuff.
opulent he is.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good. I'm like super encouraging, really like stroking ego right now.
Mhm.
I could envision a finer place for a play and such a discreet showing. It'll be only for the best. Yeah. Okay. I have my measurements, everything I need.
Says, terrific. Then allow me to show you to the last stop. And leaves the room.
Oh. I'm not sure why, but I can peek through the door right here. And I see the guy in there.
Oh. Cool. Weird.
Yeah, it's like there's like a crease in the door. It's only in that one specific
Yeah, and it's
right
not even
here.
like a straight line either.
No.
Weird.
But when I'm standing right here, I can see him.
Okay.
It's like there's a gap in the door and I can peek through it.
Yeah,
That's kinda
and
cool.
it's not a big issue. As you
No,
pass
I
by, you can hear pots and pans being used.
He's probably the chef.
But back in the main entrance, you see, as he kind of goes through and says, yes, and here we have the ever-burning torch that I received from one of my contacts up north. I believe, or south, sorry, down south. I believe this is not a one-of-a-kind product, but one of a kind in Kazdon. And continues on and says, and yes, the potion of possibility, a wonderful product that would do any adventurer good if they could afford it, of course. And continues on, obviously leaving the sword for last, to show off all of his stuff before you guys are done with what you're doing.
Yeah.
And he motions towards this helmet and he says, and I believe this may be of use to you all as well. This is Jorg's first helmet he used as an adventurer. And you can tell it's, like, now that you're closer to it, it is, like, actual platinum that is encased with, like, gold lining. Fairly beat up, though.
It's like, oh, we should have our guy make a replica of this as well.
Yes, I believe that would be terrific.
It'll be hard finding a paint that looks so close to real platinum. I'm like taking notes in my journal.
And then he steps over to the sword and pulls it out of the pedestal, and you can see it has an inlay that's specifically made for this. And as he pulls it out, you can see that the sword hilt and the guard are all like this shiny gold, but as he pulls the blade out, the blade itself is platinum.
Oh.
And he kind of gives like some flourish to the sword, and says, and this, the piece de resistance. This is Jorg's trusted sword, Backlash.
I'm like clapping and excitedly, like, whoa! Love that.
When he pulls it out, I want to take a look at the where he put it.
Okay.
You said the hole was like specifically made for this sword.
Yeah, so it's like a stone pillar, and all the rest of them are just like flat on top. This one has like a sheath built into the pillar.
Okay, but it looks like it's specifically that blade, so I couldn't just replace it with a different sword.
You could probably do it if the sword was like the same size, but it might stick out a little bit if it's too long. If it's too short, it just wouldn't reach all the way to the bottom. But it's not like a specially shaped sword. It looks pretty regular, like just in length and stuff. It's just very like gold and platinum.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, magnificent. Okay, we'll have to come back with our guy so he has a bit better of an eye for like making replicas. Yeah, we'll talk with your butler again to find another good time to do all that.
Of course.
It'll probably be him and Blanche. I have a lot of writing and practicing to do, so
Terrific.
I might not be there for that part.
Yes, and during the day I will have Backlash with me. But if you'd like to come during the day, you can take a look at the helmet. I'll let Ellis know that you are welcome inside while doing that. But the store stays with me during most days.
Okay, so only in the evening.
Yes.
Perfect.
Then we will get a hold of our guy. We will try to meet with you in the evenings here. That way we can see if we can just get everything that we need in one time.
He works super quick.
Even if we just get the measurements and everything that we need, he can finish everything up back at his shop.
Terrific. It seems like a professional that, if he impresses me, I might be willing to work with in the future.
I think you'll like him. He's a nifty guy.
Speaking of work.
Oh?
I know Asher. You and I assume your party here is the rest of your hired help.
Yeah, they're the people who accompany me on most endeavors. This is my guys.
Would you all be willing to help me in something? It wouldn't be for a couple weeks now, but I do have something that I believe could use your help on.
Oh, what kind of things do you need help with? You're a friend, so if it's anything I could do, knowing my skill set and all.
Yes, and kind of looks up and nods to the head butler, Ellis, and he nods and kind of like walks into a side room. And then he continues talking with you all.
Okay.
Yes, I will be meeting with another merchant lord in a few days. Their name is Hadir, if you've heard of them.
Oh, I've heard of Hadir.
I would like to have a few more guards, as he doesn't, or I do not trust this Hadir with everything I can put my money on. But
I nod solemnly. Sketchy guy. You never know what he's gonna do.
But I would also not like to show up with more guards than I would normally have, as to hurt his pride. We are on friendly terms.
Fair enough. We don't look like your regular guard type group.
Yes, and knowing your background, I was wondering if you all would be able to watch my back during the time, just without being seen.
I think we can do that. Yeah, we're pretty good at watching backs, making sure you're okay from the shadows, if you will. Yeah, if that's what you're asking, what date would that be?
Yes, I'm scheduled to meet with him on the 10th of Setchsi.
You and your nonsense names, buddy. Setchsi? How do you spell that?
Secchsi.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, as the date approaches, we'll let you know if we're still in the clear, but for right now, I think we should be good to go on that. Right, boys? I say, giving them thumbs up and looking
course.
between them.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the least we could do for having you host such a party for us.
Yes, and you all will be paid for your time, of course.
Nice. I do like a little fist pump to myself. Yeah. Okay, sounds good to me. Anything we need to know that would be strange about this?
He thinks to himself.
We can get more information when we get closer to the date as well.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll want to do a little bit of prep work and know location and various things like that beforehand as well.
Yeah, maybe so we could scout it out so we know maybe where we could hide and still have your 6.
Terrific.
We need to
Yes.
use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right. His manor is where we are meeting. It is the manor looking off the cliffside, near the Great Library. And Asher, I believe, it might have been just last session you rolled a history check and know where that is. It's the
Yep.
one that kind of overlooks the theater.
Okay, gotcha.
Um.
Oh, that's right. The other theater.
Mm-hmm. So you know exactly where it is.
Interesting. Okay. That'll make it harder since it's at his manor, but it's not impossible.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not a solid meeting place. That's just where we have decided for now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come back to you asking more questions, so be ready for them, okay?
Yes, I do believe any good mission comes with information.
Okay. I think that's it for now, though. We'll be in touch, okay?
Yes, and calls out. Keep fucking forgetting his name. Ellis.
Yeah.
And you see, as Ellis opens the door, it seems like he was just like waiting on the other side of it, and says, "Yes, just show our guests out. They will be returning at some point. Blanche here will be returning with a new face. They are to be let in." And he nods. And then he opens the door for you guys.
Sweet. As I'm leaving, I give Catherine a good wave. Good evening.
Good evening
Bye
to
now.
you, Asher. You got this?
What the heck? I'm walking out. Yeah. Well, that went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys.
I'll say, as you've been talking, it has seeped into nighttime.
Yeah. Our exclusive party and showing has been set up. Blanche here has a date to get a better look at that sword. I think we're doing good.
As you guys leave, you guys see the guard has
You'd be
changed. And it is now a dwarf holding a torch in one hand.
Okay.
As you guys walk past, he kind of holds it up to see your faces a little bit better, nods, and like rubs under his nose with his arm. Doesn't say anything to you guys though.
Okay. Yeah. For the meantime, we head back home. You're muted, Zach.
Oh, my bad. First, yes, we go home, but before we head back to Catherine's, we do have to talk to Clatter.
We do have to talk to Clatter. He's usually up and busying himself. Yeah, so I guess we head to the school first.
No, we head home first.
Oh, okay.
It's already night.
Yeah, fair enough. On the way home, I'm talking to Blanche. I'm like, so how much did you get for that necklace?
$175.
Whoa! That's some good takeaway. Big thumbs up. I knew it was a good idea being on old one-armed Gerald's good side. Yeah. How much does it cost to get back home?
It would be 3 copper each if you're going over normal means.
Yeah.
How much silver and a copper again?
10. Or it's 10 copper per silver.
I have to make change now.
Oh.
On the way home, I'm also telling people about the dreams I had. Yeah, I'm pretty open with my party members about, like, being a warlock.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, it happened so suddenly. I felt like I was asleep, but then I just, like, woke up and was in the Feywilds again. Ellen didn't have much to say, but she just said to keep on entertaining her. Luckily, we keep it pretty lively, so big thumbs up. Yeah, but that's it. I just wanted to, like, recount the vision of, like, creeping into that grove.
Yeah, so Hoovel and Blanche, you guys both know about Asher's patron.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not keeping it secret or anything.
All right. Do you guys want to do anything else with tonight?
This night, I don't think so.
Yeah, I had a pretty good day. I did a whole bunch of stuff. So, into bed with me.
So you guys get a night's rest. Nothing wakes you up during the night. And you wake up early to the sounds of birds.
Ooh. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Hoovel! Shut up!
BRB.
Hoot, hoot.
He's just making breakfast, just hooting to himself.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay, be right back now.
Alright, to the start of a new day.
When I get up, I head over to the loud Hoovel, and I would say, "Are you still in touch with Clatter? Speaking of birds."
Absolutely.
Do you know where he resides or where he's working these days?
Do I know that? I don't actually know.
Roll a history check.
Oh, shit. Huh. History.
I'll let
That's
Paisley
plus
roll.
0.
I'll let Paisley roll when she gets back as well.
So yeah, 6.
Okay. You do not know where he is.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
And
No, I
then
have
when
no idea where he is.
when Paisley comes back, I'll have her roll with advantage because she probably should know. So yeah.
As she comes over here, grabs an apple, starts wandering around.
Sorry, guys. I need a little snack.
Roll a history check with advantage. Blanche is asking if you know where Clatter is now residing.
Oh. I only have a 9.
All right. Yeah. You're not exactly certain. You know that he was probably either going to go to the traders district, similar to Nick's, or was going to travel, or was going to the craftsman district, and if he was doing that, he would probably either go to the engine or open up or apprentice under someone.
We check the engine.
Why don't we head to the school and ask our professor if she knows?
Oh, that's a good idea. We can go talk to Anuma.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I guess we head off to Anuma.
Okay. Two copper each.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Yeah, you guys arrive at the school district. It is fairly early morning, as the sun is still just getting overhead.
Okay. We know exactly where to go.
Which is weird for Paisley.
As you walk in, Anuma greets you and says, "Ah, welcome, Asher.
Hello.
And Blanche."
Hey.
I entered first, but that's fine.
We're looking for a friend. My old teammate, Clatter. Do you know where he went these days or where he's around?
I do. What business do you have with him?
We have some work for him.
Ah. Yes, that would be terrific for him. I know he needs some extra cash for some of his projects as of recently. And she closes the door behind you guys as normal. And she says, "Yes, I believe he's taken up a section of the engine in the crafting district. We are so proud of him. Only the best of the best get a spot in the engine, so it's very good."
I knew he'd be there. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we have a job, but we need his assistance, so we could get him on it and get him a little gold. We appreciate your help, Unama. That's all we had for you.
Of course, if you are looking for work, I can always apply, or not apply. I can always spare some coin.
Bad news, we got our handfuls right now. Hands full. But we'll be back to you on that.
Of course.
But I do say, since we are coming to you just for information, I know information isn't free, and I give her a pouch of 5 gold.
She nods and takes it and says, "I do appreciate that. It helps refresh my memory the next time you guys will come in with information needed.
Yeah, teach your salary and all. Yay. Okay. Well, bye now. Thank you.
Of course. Alright. So yeah.
Then we head to the engine.
Yeah, that was fruitful. We
Alright.
just had to go and ask. Nice.
She knows everything about everybody.
She sure does, for better or worse.
3 more copper each.
Oof. I'm gonna have to break some more silver.
I like that there's like the cost for traveling because it makes us have to like it gives money weight.
Yeah.
Whereas normally it's like, eh.
Yeah. Throw that gold around.
Yeah, and if you guys want to go to a bunch of different places, go for it. It's just gonna add up a little bit.
Yeah. That extra muns was beneficial because now we know exactly where we're going.
Yeah. And that the engine is the first building right here.
With the trash off to the side.
Yeah. You guys have met here before. With Ismali.
Oh yeah, this is where you met him. Cool.
All right.
Wow.
I
this place is
scanned the
crazy.
room. Yeah, it's really cool.
Huh.
I scanned this very busy room to see if I can see Clatter.
Well, I don't know why the door's open, but you do have to knock.
Oh, okay. I think when I tried to open it, I was still in GM mode because it automatically puts me in there.
Okay. I got you, Paisley.
Close it or try to close it.
Yep.
Redoing this. Round 2. We knock.
Okay. You knock, and you wait for a little bit of time. From inside, you knock on the door, and then, like a couple of seconds later, you hear, bing, brrr. Wait a few more seconds, and then like slide opens up against the door, kind of like at your like midsection, and you see 2 eyes appear in the slides. What's your business?
We seek a fellow engineer named Clatter for work.
The slit closes, then you hear from behind the door, Clatter! Door!
An effective system.
You wait for a little bit longer, and then the door clicks open, and standing there you see a onyx feathered raven folk.
Kenku.
Kenku.
I approached and put my arm around him. Clatter! Hello!
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's a little uncomfortable, but he allows it.
Yeah, that's just what we got going on. Feel like that's our relationship. Clatter, we had to do a little bit of digging to find you. Yeah, we didn't know you left the school.
Yes, I am now working here.
Yeah. Well, we got other work for you. One time kind of gig kind of deal?
Of course.
Yeah.
Follow me. And he takes a few steps down. You can see he walks up to these tables, and you see plenty of other people like working on things completely separate from each other. It seems like this is just like an open open
Workshop.
place that people has like rented out sections of space. So nothing in here is really working together. It's just like I have this space. This is what I'm working on. The person next to me is working on something completely separate, and we have nothing to do with each other.
Cool.
But as he gets to the table and sits down on the box here, you can see he has like a little bit of like food next to him, crackers as he crunches on those. Proceed.
Like text the table.
Yeah.
We need a couple replicas made.
We know you used to be really good at this. Don't know if it's still what you're doing here. I
But
say,
there's-
kind of looking at his table of stuff.
There is some specifics we need to talk about, preferably without anyone else hearing. Is this a good place?
Yes. No one else cares.
Fair.
We need a replica made of Backlash.
I whisper
The-
to Clatter, Jorg's weapon. The Jorg.
He nods. Yes. Easy enough.
Specifically, we want 2 of them made. One, just for show, it could be a poor replica, vaguely resembling it. A second, as close to the original as possible.
Okay. I can guarantee that I can make 2 exact replicas.
Okay, good enough. But also, we need another one too. A helmet. Jorg's helmets. This one can also suck.
Maybe 2 of those ones.
Hey! Blanche!
Easy enough.
I can get you time with both of them.
Okay.
They will be under watch, so
So you
But-
won't be able to make them at your workshop, like next to them.
Yes, I can see them and remember them.
Perfect.
how much would you like for your service? Including costs of parts, things that you would need.
Yes. Depends what I will be making the replicas out of.
One, as we said, for each of them can be as cheap as you can go. Though the 2, we would want as close to the original as possible, and they both seem to be made of. Now, if there's a way that
Pure
we can, if there's a way that we can replicate the look feel of platinum, we'll definitely go that route. But we want them to be indistinguishable.
Yes. I can see what I can find. My upfront cost is 20 gold. Past that, I will need any gold for materials, plus another 30 gold after it has been completed.
Yes, sir. I go ahead and give Clatter 20 gold right now. For you, old friend.
Thank you. And puts it back.
As he accepts the gold. And also, this has to be done by the 1st of next month. I give him a good smile.
I throw another 10 on top of that.
For rushed order.
for rushed order.
Yeah.
Yes. This can be done.
Yay. Okay.
I shall pick you up tomorrow evening.
Terrific.
To
Go see
go-
the... Yeah.
Actually, no, we could do it tonight if you're available.
Yes. And looks over at his table, kind of like taking note of like where he was with all his stuff, and just says, also, Blanche. Picks up a familiar looking cube off of his work table and hands it to you. I would like a trade.
Oh,
This.
I grabbed the one off of my belt.
Mm-hmm. Terrific. And hands you somewhat better looking cube and says, this should be more easy to use for one of, not to be rude, stupid people.
Fair.
What exactly is this thing, I say, eyeing the cube that was passed to Blanche?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Keep your secrets then. Perfect. Deal.
Is it added in
No,
here?
I haven't added it yet.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting you guys to go to him.
Yeah.
You just had it next time we go to Planner.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll keep the rough one on here. When you add it, let me know. I'll swap it up.
Okay.
I thank him, and I will. Shall we meet here or meet at the location?
I am always here, so here.
Sounds good. I will be here just before sundown.
Okay.
Hey. Bye, Clatter. I give him like a super enthusiastic wave and then head away.
Goodbye. Hoovel, during all that time, would you like to be doing anything?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry, my headset cut out there for a second.
Oh, okay. While they're talking, did you want to be doing anything or just sitting back watching?
No, just watching.
Okay.
Maybe sometimes randomly poking something, and then but trying to like do it stealthily to see if I can set off any explosive reactions.
Okay. Yeah, as you're poking around, you like
Trademark.
you go to like the center mechanism, and as you're looking up at it, I don't know if you guys can actually see it, since you're in player mode, but there is what appears to be like encased in glass, and I can actually do that now that they have the sci-fi stuff. Encased in glass looks to be a fire elemental and an air elemental on both sides of the machine that are like constantly like heating and cooling this machine.
Oh, cool.
But as you're just kind of like poking around, you like touch a screw, and it like seems to be like just barely hanging on.
There you go.
And as you do it, like poof, like a big old metal pipe just lands on the ground, and kind of just like look around. No one seems to be paying any mind to like large sounds, and just walk away.
There you go.
Glass, they look
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope.
But as you guys leave, Clatter comes up, unlocks the door, and sees you guys out.
Yay.
Dude,
You
you
got
guys
this?
have so much issues with doors.
What? I'm out of here. Look at me go. I'm on the other side of that door.
Proud of you.
I like that in my corner it says Asher/Hidir. Is Hidir somewhere on this map? Where is he? Oh, he's all the way over here.
Oh, you just don't have player permissions for it then?
Yeah.
Oh, it was just her old model that I have hidden.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, then I kind of just waste the rest of the day because I don't think we have anything else we need to do.
Yeah.
Do we?
Not really. I guess I go to the market and try and sell my 10 fish. Anybody want some fish?
Are you just selling it around here?
Where is this place?
This is the crafting district, and you would know as this is where you grew up. There are some like market stalls in the center, but it's mainly like an area for crafting rather than like storefronts.
I guess I go over to like where a market stall, like where I would know one would be.
Okay.
Kind of like set up a rudimentary sign next to one and try and like woo people that these are the best fish ever.
Okay. You head over here, and there's some a couple stalls. There's one where a guy is selling some animals that I believe you were a part of before.
Yeah.
But Stream wasn't. So you guys had set loose a bunch of animals that were being sold off and not treated very well. But you see that a few more animals are locked up, as well as kind of just off to the side, what looks to be kind of like some rudimentary potion supplies and ingredients, but nothing extremely flashy. And then down here you see some like general goods, some chests, some things that people would like need on a daily basis and could just grab here rather than going to a different district. But you set up your little stand and kind of like auction off your fish. And I'll say at this point it's probably just a little afternoon. I've kind of lost track of the time. So I'll say there's a fair amount of people going out to lunch. Roll a performance check.
Okay, dice, don't fail me. I got fish to sell. Performance?
Yeah.
+6. So 17.
Nice. I will say you had 10 fish, right?
I had 10 fish.
I'll say you sold 9 of them.
Nice. I don't know how much fish go for.
Let
It's
me
not
look
my
real
usual market, so.
I don't know for a fact either. So we'll say a silver each, and then I'll give you some more money later if that's too little.
9 silver?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Dang. I wipe the sweat off my brow. A good day's work. Is Hoople just standing here watching me sell them?
Mhm.
You're the only one here.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, just being like, what the hell are you doing now?
Like, we're not studying to kill people. We're not killing people.
I'm a humble, in this role, I am a humble fisherman selling my wares, okay? Yeah. Huh, now what do we do? You and me are the only one without plans tonight, so it's like, I guess we'll just kind of... We could find some more stuff for your arrows.
Oh yeah, or like traps.
Or like traps. This is
Because
the
I have to
crafting
trap up
district.
the house, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Those
You're head
goofballs.
of security,
Yeah.
and people broke in.
Yeah, those goofballs just walked right in. The gray bears. Yeah, we should go check out some traps. Who would I know would have somebody like that so I can be like, let's go there.
Specifically, the type of trap that I want to look out for is like the poison needle in the lock on the the front door.
Oh,
So,
like if
put a-
somebody tries to pickpocket or
yeah,
like
if
pick
they
it.
try to pick it,
Yeah.
it'll like shoot out a poison needle.
Ooh, interesting. I'll say that both of you kind of just know. Generally, there's not an open market for deadly traps. So
Fair.
if that's
They're
something
home
that
security.
if that's something that you're looking for, you would probably have to go to Nyx or find someone that you can hire secretly or personally.
I mean,
Maybe we
Nyx
go
is
to
always
next.
an option.
Yeah.
Or you could attempt to do it yourself.
Sounds
Well, no.
dangerous.
I got this.
What? Sounds dangerous.
Totally.
Okay. I think we still have to go to Nick's to like use his workbench though, right?
No, I don't. I have my own little workbench.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So you guys are gonna go around gathering the ingredients and everything you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would we need?
Okay.
A lot.
So
Poison?
uh,
Needle?
before so you guys go around doing that. Blanche, are you doing anything with the rest of your day?
I'm gonna go hang out with Asher's mom.
Okay.
Mom, Dad.
Do you want to?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just go hang out there.
Wow. Aaron is very nice, so I
Okay.
don't know if it'd be a problem. It's just like without me.
So Hoovel and Asher, you guys set off to gather some ingredients. For poison traps, you would probably go to the den to pick up like the actual poison. But the other things you can get kind of in the market area. I'll say all in all, just getting around to the different areas, it would be like 3 copper each. But we can go over specific things that you guys bought and stuff like that after stream. If that works for you guys.
Daisy muted.
It was 10 copper per 1 silver.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how much for the both of us?
What did I say? 3 each?
Yeah. I'll pay the 6 because I'm like following him around at this point. Yeah.
Okay. And then Blanche, you were going up to Asher's house?
Yep.
Okay. You go up to the house and the door seems locked. About midday, you would probably expect her to be back in the workshop.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah. As you walk up the trail, you can see a man dressed in nice silks, or not silks, but like nicer clothing, and seems to be like kind of checking out his own clothing as he's walking away, fairly happy.
What's the name of her shop?
Her shop is where did I put that? Daisy, do you remember if we named the shop?
I don't know if we named the shop. How about we call it Shift Weave?
All right. Shift Weave it is. So yeah, you can see on top of, or just over the door, you see a sign that says Shift Weave.
As I walk past this guy, I'm like, is that
Aaron?
outfit from Shift Weaves?
Oh, yeah.
Why, yes it is.
She is just the greatest.
Yes, she just knows exactly what I want.
Right? And they always fit perfectly.
Yes.
You have a good rest of your day, sir.
You as well. Just super jovial dude. And I guess the door would just be open since it is kind of like a storefront. Inside, though, you do see what looks to just kind of be a house set up. But then you see from behind one of the doors... let me get...
What is your mom's name, Asher?
It's Aaron.
Oh, where's the old Asher linked? There. You see a woman come from behind the door, kind of like a short bob of pink hair, rounded ears as she is human, and kind of like nice, a nice like shoulder silk, but it looks like she's currently sewing it, and has it just like draped over herself. The rest of her clothing seems to be pretty plain, but yeah. And she comes out and says, "I'll be right with you," and sees that it's you and says, Blanche, welcome in. Is Asher around?"
She's out doing some shopping with Hoovel.
Ah,
I just wanted to rest my feet and figured I'd come say hi.
well, terrific. Yeah, pull up a seat. Are you famished? I have some food.
Oh, that would be lovely.
And she pulls out from the pot something that looks like it's been stewing for quite some time, but puts it down. And it's just like a mixture of different vegetables and like you were talking about before, a traveler's stew.
Yeah. I thank her and sit down and just enjoy myself for a bit.
Okay. And she kind of sits up against the window and says, and how are you all doing? I haven't seen you all in a few weeks.
We're doing fairly well. We're starting to open up our own shop.
Ah. Do you have a shop name?
We haven't thought that far ahead. We are still in the process of filling our shelf.
Ah, of course. Well, when you have a name, please do tell me. I would love to spread the word.
Of course, it is located in the Ash District to begin with. We do plan on
Oh.
expanding and branching up into better territories as that becomes available to us. But
Wow. I wonder if Mom Dad could make us a banner. That would be so nice. Just a thought.
Well, that's terrific. Everyone starts somewhere, and that's just terrific. You're all making your way.
Mhm.
we are pretty proud of it ourselves.
Well,
Heck yeah.
she says, can I make yourself comfortable? I'm just going to be in the back room.
Don't let me distract you. Feel free.
Of course. Make a perception check.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so she climbs the stairs, and then closes the door behind her. And you're kind of just left in this room for a bit. Occasionally she comes out, grabs like a bite or two to eat, and then goes back into like a different door. It looks like she's just like stopping by to get something to eat as she's going to different workstations.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just wasting time here? Or
Yeah, that's
Okay.
exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. So is there anything else you guys would like to do before you take Clatter?
Negative. We're just shopping around, and I'll watch Hoovel work, kind of like nostalgically the way I used to watch Clatter work. I like reciting things to myself as he's busying himself with like building and whatnot.
Mhm.
As if I'm like, I'll like peek over to see what he's doing, but then go back to my own monologuing and like writing and whatnot. Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I will end the session there. We will discuss what you guys bought and all that stuff before next session, and we will start next time with Blanche taking Clatter to Catherine's place.
Sweet.
Eats.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. This was a fun setup mission.
Yeah, it was just a setup mission, but
Those are fun too, though. I feel like we did a lot for setup, so.
Yeah. But we will see you bitches next time.
see ya,
Bye.
bitches.
Bye.
Adios.